Welcome to another episode of Dad's Rules with Kevin Belzer, and I am joined by my wife of, by the time you see this, 31 years.
Yay!
31 years married.
Yes, that's exciting for me.
It actually should be more than that. It should be 2 years more than that.
It's okay. I think we should do a thing with a tux and a dress and do it on April Fool's Day.
We're supposed to be married on April Fool's Day.
It's okay.
But someone kept pushing the date back.
It's okay.
And it wasn't us.
No, it's fine.
I'm getting the don't talk about that.
No, it's we already did. I think it'd be fun for us to do like photos later. You're in a suit and I'm in a wedding dress and just do like wedding photos. In wedding attire.
Oh, okay.
Because it'd be fun.
Okay, because I don't dress up, but
I don't care.
All right.
I don't usually either, but it would be fun.
I mean, because nowadays I sport myself in Dad's Rule swag,
right,
and Splash Program swag,
right, but
like the stuff we're wearing right now,
right.
Shameless plug. Go buy our stuff on dadsruleswag.com.
No, sir.
You're wearing a Heather Gray T-shirt.
Heather Gray.
It says Dad's Rules on it, in the official logo of Dad's Rules, and I am wearing a Dad's Rules shirt that is like a light blue.
Yeah.
Light blue. We'll go with that.
Light aqua.
Yep. Very like 70s color.
It's light aqua. I don't know if it's 70s, but it's
I don't know.
It's a light aqua.
The shirt, I don't want to give too much away, but the shirt that I'm wearing on the next Dad's Rules, Get Off My Lawn book has this colors on it. This colors. I did it again.
These colors?
I did it in a previous podcast.
Yeah, it's fine.
These colors on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Horrible speaker. Must be quite a few podcasts in because we record so many in one day. Also, the trucker hat. The trucker hat is freaking amazing and is available on there. And it looks weird. And yes, it will be delivered looking just as weird. It does not fix itself on the way there.
No.
It is how the image was digitized. And heck, I just like it. So
it's just kooky.
It's beyond kooky.
So
I made it a hat.
Participating in our kookiness, that hat has a kooky turnout.
A cookie turnout.
Kooky.
Cookie. Like a
kooky
haystack.
No.
Love haystacks. Haystack cookies are so good.
Okay, but again, I know you call them haystacks. Those aren't legit haystacks. They're just no-bake cookies. They're not, because I can show you a photo of haystacks. It's not it, but that's fine.
Well, that's what Tony called them, and that's they
fine.
were.
It's just okay.
All right, time for some dad jokes.
Ooh, brace yourselves.
Well, we were doing so many episodes, and I was like, why are we not doing dad jokes on Dad's Rules? It just kind of made sense. So we picked up a Dad's Jokes, the Punny edition, from Barnes & Noble when we were there a week
Puns
or so
galore.
ago.
Puns galore.
Yep. So we picked up this book, and I'm going to share some of these phenomenal, top-tier jokes with you.
Yes.
That comedians should be using to this day on stage in order to garner new fans.
Yes, that's what they should be
enough?
doing. Sure.
Today I learned that if you're in a canoe and it flips over in the water, you can safely wear it on your head because it's cap-sized.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. I once swallowed a book of synonyms. It gave me the sorest throat I've ever had.
Oh, gosh.
My wife asked me today if I had seen the dog bowl. I said no. I didn't even know he could.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, that's a thinking one.
Yeah, it's a thinker. That's a thinker.
My wife asked me today if I'd seen the dog bowl.
Bowl, right.
I said no. I didn't even know he could.
Yes.
Yep.
That's a good one.
My wife thinks we should allow our pets to share our bed, so I agreed. After 10 minutes of flapping about, the goldfish finally settled down.
Oh, no. Some of these are so terrible. Oh, that's awful.
I recently bought 51% of a vampire hunting company. It means I'm the main stakeholder. My buddy keeps asking me to blow cool air on him when he gets hot, but I don't like it. I'm not a fan.
Lord.
I thought that was okay. I don't understand the science behind human cloning. That makes two of us.
Yeah.
All right, we'll try a couple more.
Okay.
My wife asked me to put ketchup on the shopping list. Now I can't read it.
Oh, jeez.
Yesterday, I went rock climbing, and the guy above me kept farting. It was by far the worst ascent I've ever had to deal with.
Yeah. Gross.
I don't know if we can end on that one.
No.
What pronouns does a chocolate bar use?
What?
Hershey.
Oh, okay.
How do ghosts listen to music?
Oh.
With Bluetooth.
Oh, gosh.
Why did the cyborg have to rest after his long road trip?
Why?
Because he had a hard drive.
My
We'll leave it there.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Small doses of those.
Icebreaker starter pack best self. Icebreaker starter pack from best self.
Okay.
This is the cards we're going to do.
This is the cards.
Yes.
These are the cards?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Figure we just keep the theme going. Ooh, I know which one we should do.
Okay, Lynn, you pick. I've been picking.
Okay, well, we can do another one first, but
Okay.
we have to do this one. So you have life, random, deep experiences, if you could, and would you rather. We're going to have to do
Okay, I know
would
which
you
one you're
rather.
going to pick. Say them one more time because I think I had.
Life, random, deep experiences, if you could, and would you rather.
I'm going between life and experiences. Experiences.
Experiences is this bluish colored that if you're watching, you'll be able to see.
I already know which one you're going to do.
What's the worst job you ever had?
Oh. I've been blessed with some good jobs. You go first because I know you have, because you've worked so many. I know you've got one. I've been blessed.
I've
so
had
I'll get to that.
33 jobs,
Yeah.
which is freaking awesome.
Did you hear that? 33 places of employment.
Well, yeah. You had to figure out if you like it or not. And sometimes you just want to know how things work.
I guess. I don't know.
The worst job I ever had was the one where we put together tractor trailers. That's the worst job I ever had.
Oh,
I worked there 2.5 days.
okay.
I actually wrote about it in the Dad's Rules book.
Yeah.
This one, the things that bothered me about it is that as I was working, people that were rehired by the company when it was bought out, because it was a union plant. Okay. So when these people got hired, everybody started back at 0 days, how it's supposed to work.
Okay.
However, these old school union guys, when they started working back, they started acting like they still had the seniority they had before. So a lot of it was me working with them standing around not working. That doesn't work with my work ethic. Has a lot of use of the word work there.
Right.
But anyway, that doesn't work for me
Okay.
because we're all even again. Okay. Everybody should have been helping everybody. However, they felt that they should be doing this job, and other people like me who didn't work when the plant was there before should be doing this other job. So it felt like all day I was the only one working.
Oh,
and for the
that's
most part, it
frustrating.
was me and one other guy doing all the work, and they're just standing around basically supervising union plant and all that. So I'm not going to say that all unions are like this because I have no clue. This is the only union job that I ever had.
Okay.
But this is how it worked for me. Anyway, 2.5 days in, I'm at my lunch break inside my pickup truck listening to music like I do. I'm sitting there, I start having a talk with myself. And the talk is that, why am I doing this? I hate this job. I absolutely loathe it. So I'm just having this internal conversation with myself of how awful this job is. And eventually it comes to a point to, well, why don't you just quit? And it's like, then it's like, it basically got to the point to where I'm like, yeah, why don't I quit? And then the voice goes, well, why don't you quit right now? Why don't you just turn the truck on and drive out of the parking lot right now?
Yeah.
Which is exactly how it went down.
Yeah.
I didn't tell anybody. I just put the car in, started,
drive,
shifted it because it was a manual.
Right.
Shifted it, drove home, and quit the job.
Yeah.
2.5 days. That's how long I worked there. I don't like working at places to where it feels like you're being disrespected even if you're just starting, just treat each other like humans, treat them with kindness.
Be kind.
This one, it's like, it just felt like there was no support to where we're all getting paid the same, yet some of us were working more. And I didn't like that. That was my experience working union.
Treating
And
with a peon mentality.
May or may not be that way other
Yeah,
places.
I don't know.
I don't like to say, anything negative. Or
Well, because you don't have input.
I don't have
on
enough.
everything else. Yeah.
I just know what it was like here.
Yeah.
At that company. So yeah, that was one of my 33 jobs. That's the shortest I ever had a job. I had another one where they weren't paying me like they were supposed to, like the checks weren't coming.
Right.
And I had to go back after I quit and basically beg for checks.
Like, hey.
Not basically, I literally had to beg for checks. And I still never got the last of what I was owed, which...
That should be wrong.
It is wrong, and I do know that he did it to someone else there that did get violent with them.
That's
that it did turn
crazy.
violent. I'm not going to go that
No,
route.
that's...
I just moved on. I had another job at the same time, so it's
Yeah.
not like it was really going to... I mean, it hurt because I lost all that time, but I would still say probably the trucker one was worse. Because the weird thing is, even though that job I wasn't getting paid like I was supposed to get paid, I was still having fun.
Mm-hmm.
I really was. I was having fun, but at some point I was like, I'm also not getting any sleep and I'd like a check.
Right.
And it just became clear that I wasn't going to get a check.
Yeah, that's a bummer. That's always frustrating. I've actually been fortunate because I think all of my jobs except one, I was kind of sought after or asked to work there by somebody. Like my first job, I had to go get on my own. And then I've had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've only worked for 7 employers, I think, if I'm counting correctly.
Slacker.
Yeah, so I've been fortunate. I've been fortunate to generally work with a good group of people at each job that I had.
Well, your last one, you had retired from it. No, you had. You had.
I suppose.
Then when they were winding down the business, they asked you to come back.
Yeah. I guess 8 if you count real estate.
Rather than have you or have them go hire people that are only going to be there for a short time, they went back to old employees, which was kind of smart. Just going, hey, do you want to help us wind it down? It's only going to be till this date.
I was so happy to do it. I had so much fun in those couple of months.
Yeah, it was fine. They even asked. They even asked our youngest, or not our youngest, our middle child.
To come
back.
So he got to come back too. So I got to actually work with him because I don't know if I ever worked with him before.
Yeah.
So that was kind of fun. But yeah, I think if I was going to pick an aspect of any one of the jobs that I had that I didn't like, was this particular one of going around to dialysis clinics and doing inventory. I mean, it was counting things, and that was cool. But the one aspect of it I didn't like was the driving, because I'm not a fan of being in massive traffic.
Oh, imagine, and I worked for that dialysis.
I know.
system.
Yeah, he was a great boss.
Yeah, there's no issues there.
Yeah, no.
It was a lot of driving.
Yeah, it was just a lot of driving. I was exhausted every day.
I put so many miles on a car.
Yeah, I made good money, I think. I think I made good money. I don't actually remember what I was paid.
I don't know. My replacement made way more than I did, so I obviously wasn't asking enough money. But it is what it is. It's like, I think if I'd been making what my replacement was making, I never would have moved to Arizona. I would have stayed stuck there. So it was, in hindsight, it's good.
Yeah, sure.
That it played out that way, because it forced me to go look at going elsewhere.
Yeah.
Which was a good move, because I went from $33,000 is what I was making then to the very next year in Arizona was, what was it? It was 60 some thousand. It was like 65,000.
Well, it was 2 jobs.
Yeah, but it was 65,000. Then the year after that, it was 80 some thousand. Year after that, it hit 100.
So you've just kind of leveled up every time for the most part.
It did. And then I went into real estate, and the income went
up
down.
from there.
Initially went down.
But then up later. Yeah. So, I mean, in that respect, that's the only thing if I'm going to pick, because I've really seriously been fortunate to work with good people, and it just worked out really great. I really don't have any complaints. I've had all good bosses. The very first one probably the least desirable. She was a mean boss. The main boss, not the one that was not the assistant manager, but the main boss. She was like angry and scary. So we were like, we didn't want to make her mad. So as far as that, it was the first job, but she just was scary. And even looking back on it as an adult and looking at how they managed, they just were angry managers. And
Some people should just not be promoted.
Well, it just...
Because the power goes to their head. Because if the system's working good, because there's some jobs that we worked at, some companies that we both worked at, to where everything was running fine.
Yeah.
It's just the person got promoted to like district manager or whatever.
Yeah.
The next person felt that they had to go in and prove themselves. They didn't. All they need to do is come in and continue what the previous person was doing. And we had mass exodus on some of those occasions because of how bad these people were.
Because it just made it stressful and awful and not smooth. And
we had ones that stole and ones that played favorites. And we worked with all across the gamut. We had some great people to work with to where it's like if we had some that... It was a joy to go into work. Yeah. And then we had others that... It
was dread.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. It was absolutely awful. They were just not good people.
Yeah. Well, and that was
just immature. Yeah. I couldn't say. Because it's like when you're 20 years old and you're made manager of a restaurant, you probably want to prove yourself. Yeah. Even though... all you may need to do is step in and do exactly what the mentor that was there before you did. Just match that. Because obviously it was good enough to get that mentor promoted into a new position. So why are you trying to now come in and be a dictator? Because some of them just flat out just became scary. Like they weren't bad people, and then all of a sudden they got promoted and you're like, oh my gosh, this is awful.
It's like it shouldn't be like that, but... I realize they get pets probably stressed because they want to make an impression or do a good job, and they maybe don't take the right approach. But I'm just thinking about it now, how much actually you and I have worked together over the years. It's probably more than a lot of spouses work together, and it's very cool.
Yep. Okay. Would you rather?
I knew that was what you're going to pick because we talked about the would you rathers.
This one's not too crazy. This one's... Would you rather watch a movie at home or at the movie theater?
Movie theater.
Really?
It depends. Okay, I'll say that. It depends. Because some movies, I would like to see them in the movie theater format.
Some are movie theater movies.
Yes.
Top Gun.
Oh.
That's movie theater.
That was good in the theater.
Star Wars.
Yeah, I think it has to do with the sound and the visual paired.
Yeah, if it's action, it's usually better in the theater.
Yeah, all the Avengers and all that. Yeah. Marvel junk. That's fun to see on a giant screen with some delicious popcorn.
And like Star Wars, we've gone and people dress up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that can be fun.
Yeah.
Romantic comedy, stuff like that.
I could just watch at home.
Yep. So I just think I think it just goes down to genre.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
So that one wasn't...
No, you might be able to fling another would you rather. Do another one. Do we have time? One more.
Yeah, we'll do one more.
Okay.
Fine.
That's a would you rather?
Okay. Oh, wow.
Okay. See?
This one's cruel.
Okay.
Would you rather never read another book or never watch another movie?
Okay, it's probably cruel for you. Shoot. That is a little conflicting if you really think hard. Never read another book or never watch another movie.
For me, it would be never watch another movie. I read multiple books a week. I'd be at a loss.
That one's actually hard for me because you can gain knowledge from reading books. I think ultimately I would have to pick never watch another movie. Because then I could continue to gain knowledge, even though that would be hard because I like to watch movies. That is like one of my favorite things to do. Movies.
You'd give up movies.
Ultimately, I think I would give up movies.
Yeah, I couldn't give up books.
Because I think there's too much knowledge you can just continue to gain that you could do without movies. Movies is just visual entertainment.
Yep. So that one was kind of sucky choices.
It was a sucky choice.
Which that's the whole point of the game.
Right. You play the game. You choose...
Yeah, people.
What you would do in perpetuity.
Would you rather is meant to be a game.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be...
life seriousness.
Well, and it's also not supposed to be both. How do I want to put this? Would you rather is supposed to be horrible choices between two things that,
Yeah.
like movies and books, both are happy things.
Yes.
Losing either of them would be unhappy.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you had to go, this is it. Draw the line. You just pick one.
Yep. All right.
'Kay.
We're going to wrap it up.
All right.
We already went over the swag.
Yep.
Yep. dadsruleswag.com. If you liked or hated the show, please leave feedback, comment, share, review, all that fun stuff. It helps the show grow, which has been growing a lot. We greatly appreciate that. Until next time, go out and be the kick-ass adult I know you all can be.